Hey, hello there, good morning and welcome to YouGarden TV. Good morning, Bex.
Good morning.
I missed you last week. I was on holiday last week, and do you know what? I watched the show from Spain.
Yeah, you did. I think we had hotter weather here last week than you had in Spain. We were melting in the potting shed.
But I really enjoyed watching the show, actually, and thank you to each and every one of you that's joined us. My name's Shaun Ryan, this is the wonderful Bex, my gardening buddy. We've got 2 hours of amazing plants, loads of brand new offers, loads of brand new plants.
Loads of brand new plants, loads of postage included, some buy one, get two free. We're very excited about this show.
I think it's the best show to date so far. Best offers. Thank you, William, for putting these together. But if you are new to the show, we need to tell you a few little things. Yeah. Now, we want to save you money. We want to save you as much money as possible. And there is an amazing club that YouGarden do. And I've joined, you've joined.
I'm in the club.
It's on the website. Look, for £5 on auto renewal, which you can cancel at any time, you will get 10% off every plant and accessory. That includes compost, by the way, 5% off every outdoor living and gifts order, things like garden machinery, things like that. You'll also get £20 worth of YouGarden vouchers. You can use those throughout the year. You can use one every 3 months, and exclusive offers, competitions and expert advice. The other offer you can go for is the 1 year membership for £10 that doesn't auto renew. But do you know what? Save an extra £5, go for the auto renewal. If you don't love it, you can cancel it at the end of the year, and you know, nothing's lost, but you will love it. Now, there's also a special code.
There is.
Every
a magic key,
show.
Isn't it?
A magic key, yes. Which is called YGTV11 today. Now, it is so important. That changes every week. If you put that code in your basket, it unlocks, we call it the magic key, because it unlocks lots of offers. I ordered something on my previous show, and I actually got free postage, it turns out, you know, on this particular item. But you'll get all the offers if it's a buy one, get one free, if it's a buy one, get two free, if it's got free postage, and you'll get a free gift as well. But you have to put that in your basket. You know, we really cherish you TV viewers, so do pop that code in your basket, and you'll get loads of extra promotions. And you will get, and I think this is brilliant. I was in I never said the name there. I was in a store, a shop yesterday. One of the big solid DIY stores that also does gardening, and on the way in they were selling 25 crocus on offer for £6.
Okay.
Which is good.
Nice.
Okay. But you're going to get 40 absolutely free today with every single order. And all you need to do is pop in that code YGTV11, and you'll get a whole bag of 40 gorgeous crocus. They are divine. I've planted some of mine already, have you?
I have not yet, actually. I've got these. I do have these ready, and I'm going to plant these actually through my lawn. I really like the idea of having a drift of them through my lawn. I've got bags of bulbs that need to get planted out. I was going to do it yesterday, but it rained all day, and I didn't.
Yeah, it wasn't a great day. You've got plenty of time to plant them. But,
you have, indeed.
But you will get them free with every order. If you're a little bit cheeky and do several orders, you'll get several bags of those. But what I will say, postage-wise, you pay one postage per delivery, and whatever the biggest item is, say if there's something really big and it's got £6.99 postage, that's what you'd pay to cover the entire order. Right, I think we're going to have the busiest show today. Shall we begin?
Let's do it. We've got a good one to start with.
I want to dance. Although not very good. So anyway, we're going to start with our plant of the week. Now, I was away on holiday last week, but the plant of the week was a Rudbeckia that sold out, I hear.
Yes, a different variety. It was the little gold star last week, and it was 3 pots.
I remember seeing it, 3. Today, you can go for 10 of these plants, and they're really good at $14.99. But if you double up today, you get 2 for $19.98. Again, you've got to put that code in your basket. So that, hang on, that's ridiculous. So you're going to get 20 for $19.98 with
Absolutely.
Oh my word! And these are. Should we take one out, Bex?
I mean, look at the size of them. Look at the size of these. So that's 10 in there, by the way. So what you're looking at here is the 20. Let's get one out for you.
Let's get one out.
I haven't taken them out yet, so we're going random. This is what we're talking about when we say garden ready. These are 100%.
Look at them.
Look at yours.
I know.
These are 100% garden ready to be planted out into your garden right now. There's nothing you need to do with them. You don't need to pot them on or look after them in any particular way. Now is a great time to get these out into your garden because the ground is in such good condition.
Yeah, it's wet, it's warm. You know, it's a brilliant week to actually start planting.
It's such a good week.
And we should say, we always say, we dispatch and deliver. We always aim on 5 days, but I've had feedback on my social media, and you have too. You are getting some of your orders the very next day, and you did, didn't you?
I got mine the next day. So there was a couple of things from the show last week. I just kept thinking about them, and I placed my order on Friday. Saturday it was delivered. Yeah, so that's not special treatment for me.
Yeah, it's not like VIP Bex treatment.
No, not at all. We can't guarantee it. We do aim for within 5 days, but
delivery has been really quick on the TV shows in the past couple of weeks. So tell our lovely viewers a bit about the gold star.
I am totally in love with Rudbeckia. I'm growing the little gold star variety, the one we sold out of last week. It doesn't matter which variety. I think they're absolutely stunning. This one actually comes to you with that Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, so proven performer, gone through that rigorous testing by the Royal Horticultural Society. It is perfect for pollinators. Royal Horticultural Society have said that as well, and I can attest to that. They adore these flowers. You can see why. Look at that dark contrasting centre, that lovely landing pad. Then those bright yellow flowers. Now, the Rudbeckia in my border right now is the thing that brings me most joy. When I look out of my kitchen window and I look at that particular border, this is the plant that stands out the most.
And I love the perfect shape of each flower. They're some
very
plants,
uniform.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Some, every flower's a little bit different. These are really uniform. You get this mass of colour. They put a smile on your face, and they come back year after year.
Year after year. Yeah, this is your. It's a perennial. You don't need to worry about it. It's winter hardy, so it comes to you with the guarantee that YouGarden give you, which is that if it fails to thrive in your garden, they will replace it free of charge. All you have to do is cover the postage cost. So that is absolute. Shop with confidence, basically.
Yeah, and we have got amazing customer service. I don't mind telling you, a friend of mine, Jenny, she had a slight problem with an order, and she's ordered hundreds of times. But this one order, there's a slight problem with it, and it was fixed like that, very nicely as well. So 20, if you double up for 1998, garden ready. They'd be great in pots, though, wouldn't they, as well?
Yeah, I think brilliant as a pot plant. I think they look absolutely fantastic planted en masse, like you've just seen in those pictures. I've got one, basically. I've got one, but it's got 8 or 9 flowers on that one plant anyway, and I only planted it earlier on this year. As it develops, as it matures, over the years, it'll get bigger and better. It will multiply as well.
And this variety, we're talking about, what, 50 to 60 centimetres?
Yeah, 40 to 60 centimetres in height.
Middle of the border?
Middle of the border, depending on what you've got planted.
Well,
but I wouldn't stick it to the back of the border. Put it in the middle of the border. And yes, if you want to plant it in pots, do so. We've got a couple of pots on the show. We've got some urns. We've got the lovely olive green planter that you could go for and plant a few of those in there, and they look beautiful.
Right, I think they're going to fly. Do the maths at home. 20 of those for 1998, and you'll get your free gift, your crocus bulbs, worth $9.99. That is ridiculous value. No wonder the shows are just getting busier and busier and busier. We might even be doing some extra shows in the near future. This week we are live, obviously today, Wednesday, 10 till midday, 2 till 4, and we are live again tomorrow, Thursday, again 10 till midday, 2 till 4. Now, myself and Bex and Stu is our head of engineering here. Let's call him that. But he is. And we're putting the show together yesterday. We're having a good chat between us, and we were thinking, shall we put the Agapanthus on the morning show or the afternoon show? And then when we saw them, it was like, definitely. Morning show. I mean, look. Definitely. They are stunning. Now, you're going to get 3 of these for just $14.99. You're going to save £15. They'll arrive, some will have flowers on, some will have buds. It will be mixture. This is what they look like. They are the most beautiful Agapanthus, aren't they?
I think these are absolutely stunning. I fell in love with Agapanthus a few years ago. The starburst of flowers that you get from these, I think, is magical. It looks like I say starburst, it looks like a firework display, doesn't it, as it's opening?
It's just amazing.
Look at that flower. Which one are we looking at? All of them.
Yeah, we don't care.
But look at how some are open, some are still waiting to open, and you get this kind of succession of flowers opening on there. It is mesmerising when you have these in your gardens.
And the 2 colours you got here, this kind of like a gentle purple fading into the white, is just divine. Now, this is a more compact variety, isn't it?
It is. We're talking about, again, 40 to 60 centimetres, I think, in height is what you're going to achieve with these. It'll have a spread of about 50 centimetres, and we're talking about sort of the flower head, not the flower head won't reach 50, but the leaves at the bottom will spread out as well, because you get this lovely kind of sword-like foliage on the bottom of these as well, which gets thicker and fuller as the plant matures.
I was just thinking, I've sometimes bought Agapanthus as a cut flower, and they are extortionate.
I can imagine they are. Yeah. Absolutely. Very, very expensive. But you don't need to worry about that.
us thinking with 2 kids, I'll never build a front spider. But they are really, you're right. I only bought them once, but you know, but I've got them in my garden and I absolutely love them. And the thing is, they just, you know, over the years are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And they quite like being cramped in, don't they?
Yeah, they like their roots to be hugged, which is a mistake I made years ago when I bought an Agapanthus, and I didn't know at the time that the roots like to be hugged. So I've planted it out into the border, and it has failed to flower.
Yeah, lots of leaves.
Lots of leaves, but no flowers, and that is why I am going to dig it up and put it into a pot. They like their roots to be hugged. Now, it doesn't mean you can't plant it out into the border. You absolutely can. Just within the hole, create a border around it. So maybe put stone around the inside of the hole in your border, because then it gives the illusion of it being in a pot, of its roots being hugged. Perfect pot plant, but don't let it hold you back from planting into the borders.
Can you believe on today's live show with YouGarden, you are going to get 3 for $14.99?
Great deal. Look at that.
So I think we've got the best show to date so far. We've been running about a month now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about a month.
Yeah, about a month. It is a month actually, and we're just getting a big following. Thank you so much. But the deals are amazing. And for those of you that are new to the show, we now broadcast direct from the nursery. YouGarden provided all the plants when we worked together on our garden bargain shows. So they always provided the plants, but we now broadcast direct from their nursery. This is a potting shed in acres of nursery. It's our new home.
I love it.
We love it. All of us love working here, don't we? It's not work, is it?
Stop telling everybody. You keep telling everybody it's easy.
But it is wonderful. And if you want to be part of the show, you can, of course, message us. We're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, and on the YouGarden website. Hello, Roger, who's just joined us, by the way.
Morning, Roger.
Morning. But the website's been improved as well, so you can now watch the live show and see all of the previous shows and catch up as well.
You can,
Brilliant.
Yep.
Right, this is going to be another order today for me. So I love the plant of the month, love the Agapanthus, 3 for $14.99. But I know what's catching your eye over there.
Yeah, there's a few. I love the red hot poker.
Yeah, I do too.
I think this. Look at the flower on here. I think these are absolutely stunning.
Well, I love red hot pokers in the garden, but they're huge. These are Primulas, but they've got that look, haven't they? When you look at the flowers on here, it's pretty amazing, isn't it?
I think it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And these flowers sort of open on the way up, and then they leave this lovely bright red poker-style bit on the top of there as well. Another one with the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. Please don't underestimate that award. The Royal Horticultural Society do put these plants through rigorous testing. They have to meet certain criteria. What it means to us is that we can plant with confidence because it means it is a proven performer in our UK gardens. Another one that they've awarded the Perfect for Pollinators badge to as well. Now this one, it doesn't mind a bit of shade actually, and you'd think that's weird with the flowers as bright and colourful as they are, but this one actually doesn't mind a bit of shade. Really easy to grow, has that winter hardy stamp as well from us here at YouGarden. Reaching about, this is sort of the ultimate height that we're going to get from these.
Yeah, they're quite tall actually, aren't they?
Yeah, but 30, maybe 40 centimetres is the height you're going to get from these, and similar on the spread from the leaves at the bottom.
I just find them so dramatic, don't you?
I think they are. They're really dramatic. I think, they stand out, that if they're planted into your borders, you're going to be looking at those, or people are going to come round and that's going to catch your eye, isn't it? That's going to be one you look at.
I've got a really boring area just underneath my eucalyptus tree.
Yes.
It looks really boring at the moment. I'm just thinking if I put several of those
a few of those in there, yeah, absolutely.
They could look amazing, couldn't they? Right, so they're 560042. Again on mass, they look amazing, don't they?
I think they're really, really pretty. We're mesmerised, aren't we?
Well, yeah. I just love the way that the flowers come out from the bottom, but you've still got that lovely orangey red at the top.
Yeah, the colour combination that you get from there with that lilac-y kind of petals on there and that red hot poker going on, it is bright. It is really bright and colourful. They do go dormant in the winter, so the leaves will die back, but then you will be rewarded next year with these amazing, amazing flowers. And do remember, it is really important for you to get these things planted out right now. This is the time for you to be planting your perennials, for you to be planting your spring and summer bulbs and things. You don't want to leave it too late. What happens with planting out now is that they get really strong roots. They get nice and established before next year. You're getting ahead, basically.
Yeah. And as we said earlier, the ground is warm, it's wet, it's a brilliant, week to plant. And you get 3 of those. Normally, by the way, nearly £30, $29.97. You're going to get on the live show today a £20 saving.
Wow.
I'm going to say, a bit like a broken record, but you have to put that code in YGTV11. That will unlock all the offers. And if you don't put that code in, you might suddenly find certain prices are higher, or you don't get the free postage or whatever. But if you put that code in, it unlocks all the offers and promotions, and it will also automatically put your free gift, the £10 worth of crocuses, in your basket as well. So I want to buy everything so far.
I was determined not to buy anything last week. That's why I waited until the Friday. But it just kept going round in my head. It was the hibiscus from last week. I bought that.
I was really weird because I was on holiday, and my I asked a neighbour. I said that my delivery was arriving, and it was the cordyline, the can cordyline. And anyway, to cut long story short, they did arrive, and I was on holiday. My neighbour forgot to unwrap them. So I was thinking, but they were fine, honestly.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, they were absolutely fine. It was like,
very good.
Yeah, they were absolutely fine. But when I got home, I was like, oh no, she's got to, unwrap them. But anyway, Echinacea next.
Echinacea. Okay, so this one was popular last week. This is one of the ones that was really popular last week.
So we've only got a few left.
Not many at all. So I think this is probably last chance saloon. And I think, so 2 reasons why it was popular. Beautiful. We love Echinacea. Yeah. We love that central cone and the kind of lovely drooping petals that you get from there. It's kind of wistful and beautiful. It gives us that gorgeous cottage garden feel. But the big thing on this is the deal. The deal you are getting on this is absolutely phenomenal. It's a
buy one, get two free.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen that the other way around, buy two, get one free, but buy one and get two free today, which is amazing.
Now, these are just, okay, so I'm growing this particular variety in my garden. Again, I've just got one of them. It's growing underneath, or very close to my Arthur Bell rose bush, in actual fact. So I've got the yellow of the rose, and then I've got this stunning kind of magenta and this pink going on with the flowers on here. It is just, it's a beautiful combination. They're going to reach about, I'm thinking they actually can get quite tall, so I've probably got it positioned wrong. They can get up to about a metre in height once they establish, and they'll have a spread of about 60 centimetres on here. They look wonderful in gravel beds as well as your kind of cottage garden borders. Hardy perennial, you're going to enjoy this for so many years because this will just keep coming back for you time after time after time. Winter hardy as well, so it has that guarantee from us here at YouGarden. Wildlife friendly, cut flower, sun or part shade, doesn't mind. Pots borders. I mean, I'm ticking so many boxes with the Echinacea.
We've got one in flower. Yours will arrive with buds. It may arrive with flowers. So we were out and about on the nursery earlier with William, and several of them do have flowers. They're big, aren't they?
They are big, big flowers. Look at the size of that.
That's amazing.
And look how proud the central cone stands up from there.
And you can imagine that is a landing pad for bees.
That is an absolute magnet for those bees and things. I mean, I watch the bees buzzing around my Echinacea throughout the summer. Yeah. They absolutely adore it. And these are the kind of plants that we want in our garden to invite those pollinators in. It's quite... It's
stunning, because that's like a burnt orange in the centre, isn't it? And then you've got this gorgeous...
And when the sun's shining on that, it's amazing. And they're really long-lasting flowers as well. So one flower on my Echinacea has been there for 8 weeks.
No,
I swear.
Are you sure?
Honestly,
seriously?
And it still looks amazing.
Wow.
One flower has lasted so long, and as mine matures and grows, I will get more flowers from that.
Do you know? I think working directly with the nursery, with YouGarden, it just makes such a difference price-wise. Buy one, get two, absolutely free. Now let's show you how to do it. You haven't just joined us. Good morning. So we've only got one in at the moment, $9.99. So, do you have an offer code? We certainly do. So, YGTV11, in it goes. Apply code. And then suddenly, we've got two free, and we've got the free crocus. And actually, did the delivery go down as well? Because sometimes, I'm not being funny, but sometimes on certain items, the delivery changes as well, haven't they? It's like when I've put an order. So, look. The bottom line is you get all the best offers if you put that code in.
You're saving double what you're spending on that particular example right there.
It's amazing.
This is why this club is so good to be in.
Yeah. So, and say if you do also always put the code in, you get a special code every week on the TV show, but do become a club member as well, and you get an extra 10% off. Don't forget all your plants and your compost and loads of other benefits as well. I've wanted everything so far.
Yeah, no, this one's another one. I'm resisting this one.
Right, so these are the Sweet Williams. I just thought the value, we were going through, say, putting the show together yesterday, and we just both said the value of these is phenomenal. 60 of the Pro Plugs for $14.99, 60 of these. Now, our plug plants here at YouGarden, they're always really strong, aren't they?
Really, really strong. Now, these are called Pro Plugs, but I don't want that to put anybody off.
You don't need to be a professional.
You do not need to be a professional. I'm just showing you the backside of this so that you can see 60 of these. Now, as opposed to the garden-ready ones, you know, like our plant of the week, these ones just... Oh, that one's come out already. These ones just need a little bit of looking after. They need potting on. They need growing on before you put them out into, you know, the garden or the pots or the borders, wherever it is.
We're probably talking a few weeks of growing.
We genuinely are.
Especially weather like this.
Yeah, absolutely. I did it this week. So one of the things I ordered was some, it's for my hanging baskets. I ordered the trailing...
Cool wave?
Pansies. It wasn't cool wave, it's the different ones. But yes, trailing pansies. So I got my tray of 60 Pro Plug plants. I went and dug through the shed, found a load of old, you know, plastic pots, compost, and then just spent a little time potting each of these into those pots. They're now sitting in pride of place on my conservatory window because I haven't got a greenhouse yet. It's one day. One day I'll get one.
Bex has got greenhouse everywhere.
I've got such greenhouse
I did wait a long time for mine.
Got the most beautiful greenhouse.
I did, anyway, I waited decades.
I'm using my conservatory as my greenhouse. So they're sitting there and they're growing on. And within a couple of weeks, I'll be ready to put those into my hanging baskets. That's exactly what you're going to do with your Sweet Williams. So 60 of these. This also, buying Pro Plugs, it does mean that you're getting incredible value for money. Because if you imagine 60 Sweet Williams potted on, grown on a bit, what would you be paying for them in a, you know, as a garden ready or a slightly bigger pot in a 9 centimetre pot?
I'm working out it's about 25 pence a plant with these. Something ridiculous.
It's incredible value.
It really is.
And it doesn't require a massive amount of extra work. If you plant stuff in your garden, you have the ability to pot them on and grow them on.
And I tell you what as well, the pleasure and the satisfaction seeing these plug plants develop into really big, strong plants that are going to flower and flower. And again, I think these look great on mass, don't you?
On mass, absolutely brilliant. Great in pots and things as well. The reason we love Sweet Williams, I think, is mostly about the scent that you get from them. The scent from a Sweet William is just gorgeous. They're striking. You've got really vibrant shades going on here. You get loads of flowers as well. And particularly if you think about 60 plug plants, how many flowers you're going to get from all of those is just incredible. God. They're great as cut flower. You often see these in bouquets.
Do actually. Yes, you do.
Yeah. You know, when you go into the supermarket or you go to the florist, you will often see these. They can reach quite height as well. So about 100 centimetres up to a metre in height, 50 centimetre spread. Again, 60 of those times that amount, you are talking about a large area, and it's going to give you winter colour. September through to March, you will be getting colour in your garden when a lot of other things aren't in flower.
Well, Bex mentioned that all you need to do is pot them up. I mean, some people even use like empty yoghurt pots and things. The only thing I'd say, if you do that, put some holes in the bottom. Get some drainage there. But all you're going to need is some compost, and we've got an amazing deal on YouGarden today. With our compost, you're going to get, I like this deal actually, because you get 2 40-litre bags and a 20.
But this used to be the favourite one, actually.
Yeah.
It used to be the favourite deal when we used to bring this on the other channel. This was the favourite deal.
Do you not mention the name anymore, Bex?
No, I don't. No, moved on.
We moved on. But
to a better place.
In our previous world, this was the top seller, $23.97 for 100 litres, delivered straight to your door. Club members, and this is why I want you to join our discount club today, you'll get another 10% off that. So, you know, every time you buy compost, you'll save nearly £2.40 on that today, just from joining the club for £5 on auto renewal. Postage is included. It's our top selling product here at YouGarden, and over the years we've had thousands and thousands of 5-star reviews. We'll tell you more about it if you're new to the show a little bit later on, but if you are ordering right now, pop it in your basket. Right, I've gone a bit right. Just a quick tip. I'm sort of getting you to cheat the system here. But because the compost has got postage included, if you want to do a separate order for your compost, you'll get your crocus as well.
Yes.
And then you could come back and do another order and you get more crocus.
Yep.
Is that Philip?
I know, it's fine.
A few people have already done that. That's fine. Look, Peter McDermott, the boss, he said that, so anyway.
Why not? Do it.
So if you want to make compost separately, just do a separate order, you'll get your crocus with those, and then come back and do another order, and you'll get more crocus. You can never have enough crocus.
No,
never. Right, love the Sweet William, though. However, this is something that I've got in my garden when I've got different varieties.
Me too.
And these are our Sedums. And do you know what? I bought mine, and mine were even... I mean, mine were a lot smaller than these. These are pretty big, actually.
Yeah.
But my word, they've grown quickly.
Yeah, mine was smaller than this.
They're lovely. These
probably
are
only about
aren't
this
they?
high, actually, when I got them. So they didn't have all this additional foliage on here. And they are looking beautiful in my border. This is such a versatile plant because this is great for gap filling. Doesn't mind a bit of shade either. You can put it into pots on its own. You can put it into borders. It's wonderful as a rockery plant. If you've got a rockery, this is an excellent one because it has this kind of slowly creeping nature, so it'll fill in those gaps, it'll go over the edge of the rocks and things, spreading by about 50 centimetres. Mine look like this at the minute, got these lovely kind of yellow, frothy kind of flower things on them
and
as
again,
well.
they are great for autumn colour, aren't
Absolutely
they? Really
brilliant for autumn colour. It was a previous Chelsea Plant of the Year winner back in 2019, which is an incredible accolade for it to win. It's drought tolerant as well. It's really low maintenance. Those lovely frothy yellow flowers on there are stunning, but for me it's about that foliage, that lovely variegated foliage that you've got with the creamy edges to it and the slightly scalloped shape that you've got on those leaves as well. It's really
a lovely
pretty
variety, isn't it, Babes?
I love it. I think this is absolutely beautiful.
And actually, they really, once you've got them, they're pretty easy to propagate as well. Some of my flowers, as they died off, they had little babies at the side, and they propagated really easily.
Oh, I haven't tried that. I'll have a look.
Yeah, honestly.
I'll have a go at that.
So you could end up with loads of these if you want to.
I mean, it's a great beginner plant, you know, if you're a beginner gardener, because these are ridiculously easy to look after. They're winter hardy. There's very little you need to do to them. Plant them and let them do their thing. But likewise, if you're a more experienced gardener, you will know the value of these because of how versatile they are.
In fact, I don't know if my wonderful director Stu has got my picture of these, but I did do a little picture this morning of my garden because my sedums do look pretty nice. I've got a mixture of different varieties, but I do love this one with the variegated leaves and the yellow flowers. Yeah, the yellow flowers I think really pop out from there as well. And as I said, because it's so versatile, because you've got so many different places you can plant this in, in a pot all by itself, this will look beautiful. A big pot, maybe even spread. It should spread enough. Yeah, absolutely. Olive planter, the 40 centimetre olive plant pot, you could probably put one in there and it will gradually fill, but you could put two in there and it will look absolutely stunning. So all on its own on a pot. Yeah. Or if you put all three in there just for this season, you'd be pretty much full. Yeah. You would. Well, then you can separate it out later. These don't mind being moved, so. By the way, we've got a great price on this. This is $17.99. There's the RRP and it's on the bottom there. That's what you'd normally pay for it. So $22.99, but we've got it for $17.99. And do you know what? We were both saying we love these. We both used to buy ceramic pots, but how many pots have broken over the years and been affected by frost or you dropped them? I've got two of these. I've definitely got one, and I've got my Acer Shiraz, which is on one of the shows this week. I've got my Acer Shiraz potted in this pot, and it looks absolutely stunning. Yeah, so beautiful. You've got all the look of a ceramic pot, but they're actually plastic, but with this amazing glaze. Yeah, so it's got this lovely glaze on it, so it looks like glazed ceramic, but because it's plastic, it means it's lightweight. It means it's not going to crack and break. It's easier to move around your garden because it's more lightweight. But it's frost-resistant, UV-stabilised plastic as well. So again, something that's designed to last you for years. It's not going to crack because of the weather. It's pretty much indestructible, Yeah, and now pretty much heavy pots are, they are difficult to move around. I like moving pots around my garden. I don't put a pot in place and that's its final place. That's where it stays forever. Actually, it's really quite lovely to move the pots around throughout the months and just change it up. And I tend to put things that are looking good, I'll put in pride of place. But when things go over, a bit, move them. You say, shove them around. Yeah, true. I always put these really. Let's hope they don't do that to us, though. As we start to go over.
Just shove them to the side.
Yeah. Well, I think I went over years ago. Anyway, but I know whenever I post on social media, I always tend to show the good bits of the garden. But trust me, if you do follow me, there are the bad bits as well.
We've all got them.
Well, of course we have. The garden's never done it. It's a work in progress. But those pots are amazing. Again, if you want to pop them in your basket, they're only $17.99. 130388. If you have just joined us, by the way, a very good morning. My name's Shaun. This is the wonderful Bex, my gardening buddy. We are live every week now on a Wednesday, 10 till 12, and then 2 till 4, the same on a Thursday. Some little reminders. We have got a special code for the shows. It changes each week, but today it's YGTV11. You've got to pop that in your basket.
Yes, you have.
Because that unlocks all the offers. So, you know, I had a bit of feedback. Someone said, oh, when I put something in my basket, it was more than it said on the show. All the discounts come down and are applied when that code goes in your basket. So you need to do that. It will also give you your free gift today, which is £10 worth of crocus, 40 crocus. I think that is amazing to get that, don't
It's
you?
40 of them, and particularly because these, over the years, they will naturalise as well. So you'll get more of them, and they do come back for years and years and years and years. You'll get these wonderful in your borders. I'm going to plant a drift of them through my lawn.
A drift,
I don't quite know what shape that is, but I'm imagining it'll be quite an organic shape, bit of a curve going on. That's my plan.
They look lovely, you know, in February time coming through the lawn, but honestly, they're just, you know, they're one of the first signs of spring. They're delightful, and I know, you know, some of you have already had several bags of these sent free of charge, but you do need to put that code in. 40, that's free, that's great.
That's amazing value.
By the way, we've got loads of
books. Because they're free. Amazing value.
Yeah.
Free with purchase.
I don't think anyone's going to say, oh, that's terrible value. Terrible value, there's crocus. No, because they're free, as long as you put that code in, YGTV11. Oh, it's so nice to be back, it really is. Right, I ordered this a few weeks ago.
You did, didn't you?
Yes.
I'd love to get it, but I need to let my garden just mature a little bit. I don't know where I'd put it right now.
Have you not got gaps?
Yeah, but I am guilty of overplanting. Yeah. I think I have already overplanted. I think I'm already going to be in trouble. I'm going to have to start moving things.
Well, I just need to dig some more lawn.
It'll be fine.
Anyway,
take away some of the football field from the
kids. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Tell the boys they can no longer play the garden.
Yeah, they can't play that.
So this is our next absolute star, and it is the Pride of Madeira. I saw this for the first time in Madeira years ago on a cruise, and they are breathtaking. I don't know any other plant that's quite like this, actually.
Yeah, no, you're right, actually.
Really,
especially once you see what happens to this. Because, I mean, this is beautiful. This is stunning. You can see the lovely colour of the leaves and the kind of, you know, markings that you've got on those leaves. They're really, really pretty, aren't they?
Gorgeous.
But then have a look at what happens to this plant. Have a look at the look at those flower spikes that come out the top of here. They're going to appear as if from nowhere, and they are going to reach. This plant is going to reach about 1.5 meters in height with these really gorgeous, tall spikes of flowers coming up off there. Pollinators absolutely adore them. It has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, so this is a proven performer in our garden. Plant, shop with confidence. It's winter hardy down to about -5, so most areas of the country this is going to be fine. However, if you do live in some of those colder areas and you know that those temperatures are going to drop below that, this one's just going to need a little bit of extra winter protection. You know, mulch it, do all of the things you need to. I used to avoid buying plants like this because I thought it was too much work, too much trouble. It really isn't. We've got Strulch on the show today. Get some of that and put a good layer of mulch around it. But that's what you're going to buy this for.
I mean, look at that.
That's what you're looking at right now. Those spikes of flowers.
I just think architecturally they're really, really striking.
They are.
And just look at the size of plant that you're getting here. I mean, that $14.99. Now remember, postage-wise, you pay 1 postage per order. So if you're thinking about, looking at the P&P on that, it does arrive. I mean, honestly, it arrives in a really big box and it's all really well strapped in and supported. But that postage will cover everything that you buy on the show today. And I know we don't have many of those remaining. You are going to get a saving of £10. But I've actually put mine in a pot for first year, just in case. I thought, right, I'm going to just let it settle in a pot. Yeah. I'm going to move it into my greenhouse if it's really cold, because I live in back onto a field, so it's quite exposed where I live.
Yeah, quite windy, I imagine.
Yeah. I hated my garden. When I first moved in, it was like the winds were howling across, and I was like, oh, what? But you know,
planting. That's it, isn't it? You put the right planting out, and then it'll help to.
Yeah. But I'm just for the first year because it's still quite.
I think it's a top tip, and I think that's a really good advice. Put it in a pot this year. Look after it over the winter, and then next year, if you've got space, you can then plant it out somewhere.
I know where it's going to go in the garden next year, but it is absolutely amazing. One of the things I love about YouGarden, yes, we bring you outstanding plants and great quality. You know, so many of the plants are grown on the nursery. There's 11 acres here. And everything's really well looked after, but also, as well as getting great value and quality and great customer service and delivery, we do have some really unusual items that sometimes you just don't see in the garden centres.
Yeah, 100%. So we'll bring you the firm favourites, you know, the things that you're expecting to be able to buy, but then some of the unusual stuff, it's really interesting. You know, gardeners of every level, beginner, intermediate, you know, experience. We definitely want to be a shop for everybody here at YouGarden, something for everyone.
That's the tagline, isn't it? Gardening for everybody.
Absolutely.
By the way, good morning.
Hello.
We love you. We love you watching, don't we?
We do, absolutely.
Yes, we love
Please message us. Tell us what you're buying.
Yeah. And you can also follow us on social media as well and get some little, you know, insights of what's coming on the next shows. But anyway, let's see what we've seen so far on YouGarden TV. So we started off with a plant of the week, and this is only available for 1 week, don't forget. So the offer does finish in a week's time. This is the first time we've seen it. The most amazing offer on our Rudbeckia. It's a Goldstone variety. It grows to about 50 centimetres on average. Great for the middle of the border, and it flowers and flowers and flowers and comes back year after year after year. But we are doing a double up deal where you can get 20 for $19.98. Postage is included as well. Do you know, I love my summer bedding, but sometimes I think, God, spending all of that money every year to fill up the beds and borders, why not get perennials that come back year after year? And as Bex was saying, en masse, these look absolutely amazing. You could pot them up as well, so if you wanted pots of those, imagine pots of those around the patio. They're going to look stunning. 410124. Then we brought you the most incredible show-stopping Agapanthus fireworks. You get 3 of these in the 9 centimetre pots. I love this variety. It's a little bit more compact, but you've got this lovely kind of mauvey purple that fades into the white. They are spectacular, and they're half the recommended retail price today. Don't forget, you do need to put that code in your basket to get all of the promotions that are available today. And as we mentioned, Agapanthus, they do like to be hugged, as we said. So, you know, they're great. You know, if there's a tiny little gap in the border, squeeze them in there and they will absolutely love it. They're quite I'm not going to say needy, but they like fellow plants around them. They don't want to be isolated. So yes, look after these, put them amongst friends and other plants, and they will flower and flower and flower. 561028 at $14.99. Then we brought you this incredible Primula, and it is the viali red hot polka. Look at the flowers on these. I love the way that the flowers open from the bottom, and then you've got this kind of lovely red coloured centre there. You're going to get 3 today. Now, they're normally nearly £10 each, but on today's YouGarden live show, you're going to get 3 of those, saving £20 for £9.97. And I'm going to use those to just brighten up an area underneath my eucalyptus tree that looks very, very dull today. 560042. Then we showed you the incredible Echinacea. Now this has to be one of the best offers we've ever seen. Buy one, get 2 absolutely free. So you're going to get 3 of those at $9.99. And the RRP is $9.99 each, but you're going to get 2 free. Remember, put that code in to unlock that offer. But I think the colour of those is absolutely stunning. And then one of the things I love doing, I love buying plug plants and growing them on. I know Bex is the same. It saves you money, but it is rewarding. You do feel a bit parental when you're growing plants. You know, you want to look after them. You want to see them grow and thrive. And you can actually buy today 60 of the Sweet Williams. So it works out about 25 pence a plant. Just pot them up for a little while. You know, any old pots you've got, you can even use empty yogurt cartons. So just make sure there's drainage in those, because you know you don't want to get them waterlogged in their early years. And you're going to end up with a massive Sweet Williams. And again, these are great in pots, they're great in beds and borders. You can even pop them in the centre of hanging baskets, things like that. But the colour and fragrance you're going to get is going to be absolutely incredible. Again, I think they look great on mass. You know, I love sometimes planting on mass, and then you just get a carpet of colour. 401153, just £14.99. That is a really good buy. And then, oh yes, sedums. So I've got lots of these in my garden right now, and I absolutely love them. They provide outstanding autumn colour. Now, they couldn't be easier to grow, and I really, really mean that. They will die down at the end of the season, but then all new shoots start coming from the bottom, so they come back year after year. Mine got massive. In a couple of years, they've really, you know, spread beautifully. They're very easy to propagate, but the Atlantis variety, the Sedum Atlantis stone crop, is wonderful, award-winning. You've got the variegated leaves, you've got the lovely yellow flowers. So a lot of the sedums you've got will have the pinky purple flowers. So put these, oh, there's mine. Yay! So I've got a mixture, you see. So I have got a mixture. But look at that, that's just in the corner of one of my beds and borders. But they were really small plants. They were smaller than the ones you're getting today, and in a couple of years, that's the display that they've actually provided. And that was taken this week in my garden. And then we also brought you the fabulous Pride of Madeira, the Echinacea. Now, this has been a top seller. We are down to the final few of these at just $14.99. So it's the kind of statement plants that can really create drama in your garden. Found in countries like Madeira, the Canaries, so they do like a sunny, well-drained spot. Hard it's about -5. I've just, because my garden's exposed, I've just put mine in a big pot for this year and seen how the winter goes. But they are hardy down to -5. But when they flower, and imagine this next year, they will look absolutely spectacular. And it's not a plant that you often see in the UK. You can actually grow it, say, in the UK. I'd say definitely back of the border, because these can grow to 1.5, 2 meters high. But I think they're spectacular, and the wildlife, the bees and butterflies, will absolutely love them. But you know, I'm even thinking it could go in the, you know, if you've maybe got a big lawn area with a central border, that'd look amazing, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, that'd be a proper feature. Yeah. Definitely.
Anyway, good morning. Welcome to, of course, YouGarden TV. Myself and Bex. We're here most weeks, aren't we?
Yep. Hopefully every week.
Yes, we do.
I might take a week off
unless
occasionally.
Unless on holiday,
yeah.
Yeah, you went camping, didn't you?
I went camping
with the family. Yep. I was in Spain for 5 days last week. But yeah, we are here most weeks. Wednesday, 10 till midday, 2 till 4, the same on a Thursday. And watch this space for Sundays. But we do best of shows on the Sunday, don't we?
We do best best ofs at the moment.
Yes.
And then let's see what happens.
They're really popular. And Neil, I know you will not be watching live because you're at work, but hello when you watch us on catch-up. There's a lot of people watching catch-up now, don't they?
They do indeed, yeah, absolutely. Because you can go onto the YouGarden website and you can click onto the previous shows and watch them at your own leisure, basically. Yeah.
So it's really easy. If you miss a show, or you know, if you think we're that good, you want to watch us again and again. Joke.
Maybe.
But the plants are that good, you want to see them again, then all the shows are available to stream on, of course, the YouGarden website. So really easy to navigate around now. Right. This is the top selling product of all time. Yeah. This really is. And many of you watched us on our previous shows in our other world. And this over the years, the compost must have had thousands of 5-star reviews, and it's a top seller here at YouGarden. Why is it so good, would you say? That's a big question.
It is a big question. There's lots to tell you about it, because it works, because you get such phenomenal results. Now, this actually started its life as the nursery compost. It wasn't available for us to be able to buy. And the reason that that they used it was because it's brilliant, because they have to ensure results. They have to get, uniform growth. They have to be able to ensure success because they're a business. They'd have gone bankrupt if they couldn't ensure success in growing. Then, because they were getting such amazing results from it, they made it available for us to be able to buy as well. Now, the reason you get amazing results, or one of them, is the texture of it. You see me every time we do this, what I do is I squeeze it together, squeeze it into a ball. Look, we're in a ball here, and then we release. And look at how that just falls apart. The texture of this is amazing, which means roots can get in here, they can grow, they can spread, they can breathe. It's really important because then what happens is they'll form the strongest root structure possible. Shows you that on the picture that we've got over here. So we've got 2 plants, one grown in the premium professional compost, not just a fancy title we've given to it, and one grown in a standard compost. Now, above ground, they both look great, don't they? They're growing, they're fine. Yeah. But as they grow, as they get bigger, which one of these is going to give you bigger, better flowers or bigger, more bumper crops of fruit? Which one's going to deal with changing weather conditions, which, hey, let's face it, is a fact of life for us at the moment, isn't it? Which one's going to deal with any diseases that might be around? It's going to be that strong root structure.
And what you just touched on climate change, to get 30 degrees in September last week, most plants, there's a lot of plants in September. That's when they're beginning to start rest, and that would have shocked a lot of plants.
It would have definitely shocked them.
So and having a strong root system is so important.
Absolutely, having that strong root system that's given to them by not only the texture in here but the ingredients. Okay, so the composted wood fibre, you can see bits of that here. Look, so that composted wood fibre is one of the reasons that gives this such an amazing texture because this is spread all the way through this compost.
And that was added just so we could decrease the peat content, wasn't it?
Yeah. So there's 3 different types of peat in here, black and white peat, and obviously there's an environmental issue with that. So that has been reduced, and that composted wood fibre has been added in. So it's a fantastic ingredient because it feeds the plants, but it also gives it this great texture. It allows for even water distribution. It also allows for water retention, which is another environmental thing, isn't it? We don't want to overuse water. We've got, you'll see little green balls in here. There's loads of little green balls, and there you go. Oh, it just there it is.
Stop hiding balls. Stop
there we
hiding.
go. Little green balls in there, and that is a slow release fertiliser that's going to feed the plants for a good up to 6 months, basically, once they go into here. We've got lime in here to balance out the pH. Now that means that this turns this into a really good all-round compost. Seeds all the way through to trees, house plants. I potted on my waterfall plug plants, my pro plug plants. I use this to do that before I'm then going to put them in this compost when I put my hanging baskets out there.
It's the best.
Everything can go in this, except for, there is a caveat, just like rhododendrons, azaleas, blueberries, things that like acid-loving soil, the ericaceous,
we have got ericaceous compost on our website,
Go to the website,
But honestly, while we've got, and this is the most popular deal that we do, where you get the 2 bags of 40 and the one of 20, because the one of 20 is really handy.
It is.
And really light and easy to move around as well. So it's the handy bag. And remember, postage is included. And let me just get my free gift, Bex.
Oh yeah, do that. Don't forget that bit.
I'm being a bit naughty, but if you wanted to buy the compost separately, because it's so easy to order online, just place an order for your compost so you get your free crocus. Do use the code YGTV11, you have to use that. And if you want to come back and order lots of plants, you can do that, and you'll still get another free bag of crocus.
Yeah.
I did that. I did, seriously, I did.
Look, there's nothing stopping you from doing it. I think it's savvy shopping. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. You crack on, do it.
I've got a big garden, and I can't just. I have to get the best value plants and the best deals.
We know that gardening can be expensive because it becomes quite addictive, and we love it. And my husband's like, not more plants. So yes, we want to offer the best deals possible because as gardeners, we know.
So right, the amount of times my other half said to me, not more plants.
Not more. What are you doing?
I'm like,
shut up.
Absolutely.
Shut up.
But you have got absolutely fantastic compost here. It is our premium professional compost. It's the one that is used on the nursery. We've got 11 acres here at YouGarden, over 11 acres. Many of the plants are grown here. Obviously, some of them aren't if it's Mediterranean plant, like an oleander, whatever, but we do work with fantastic nurseries abroad for some of our Mediterranean plants. But so many plants are grown here. They're grown in this compost, and that's why you get such strong, healthy plants. And we get fantastic reviews, of course, on Trustpilot as well. 200503. Grab that today, because it's been a long time since we've done that particular deal, and it is the most popular. Now, myself and Bex and Stu, we were all online yesterday together, helping to put the show together, and you went for this one, didn't you?
I think this is fantastic. So I've got the Star Jasmine, which is the pure white one.
That's the one I've got.
I've got 2 of those, and I absolutely adore them. But
look at this.
Can I fit another jasmine into my garden? Yeah, I've got loads of fences. I think this is absolutely beautiful. So this is your Star Jasmine, but this is a kind of yellow colour, which I think is absolutely beautiful. You're getting an amazing deal on this, because you can go for a triple deal, which is just amazing value.
Well, $9.99 for one, but if you want to go for 3, then you can get them for $14.97. It works out £5 each. Don't forget to get the best deals. You always have to put the offer code in YGTV11, and then you can go for 3 of these for just £14.97. Obviously 3. So are they just like the jasmine that I've got? Are they evergreen?
Yeah, very much like the Star Jasmine, if you understand that. Yes, absolutely. You've got an evergreen plant here. Lovely kind of glossy green foliage that can turn a little bit burgundy and copper, as in the winter months, which I think adds a beautiful bit of interest. Yeah, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Relatively slow growing when we're talking about climbers. So
it's not going to be. It's not going to be invasive like mile a minute and things like that. So,
I mean, we want some that are slower growing, particularly if you've got smaller areas. You don't want it to completely take over. So I think Star of Trocaine.
Yes, Star of Trocaine.
Yes, that's the one. I think this is a great one for certain areas in your garden.
Isn't that yellow pretty?
I think it's a really lovely pale kind of creamy yellow. You can still get the amazing scent from it, because obviously it's jasmine, and we know how much we love jasmine for that scent. You can grow this up walls. You can train it along fences, across pergolas, arches, trellis. I've got one, not this unfortunately, but I'm going to add it. But I've got one of my jasmine that I'm training up a fence, and I've got another one in a tower pot, which I'll show you in a second, because if I ever leave that house, I want to be able to take it with me. And that's a good reason to go for these. So the fact that you're getting 3 of these, because it's a slower growing one, that is fantastic. You could put 2 in a pot, in a tower pot. You could put 1 on one side of the fence, 1 on the other side of the fence, and it'll meet together. There's lots of things you can do here, or maybe give one away. Winter hardy too.
Give one away?
Give one away.
No, you could. I love giving plants as gifts.
I do. That's my new favourite thing.
And I love receiving plants as a gift. If any of my friends are watching, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Are you a houseplant person, or are you an outdoor plant person?
Do you know what? I as a child, I loved houseplants, and then as an adult, I didn't like them as much. But I really like them now.
Yeah.
So I'm both.
I'm a bit of both now.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of both.
Houseplants, it's taken me a while to know what works where.
Yeah, you've really got to work on it.
Yeah.
So I love aloe vera, and I've got this aloe vera plant. It keeps giving off pups, babies, so I keep planting them up. But I had them all in the wrong window. I had them in the sort of north-facing window, which didn't give enough light, so I've had to move them to the other side of the house now.
What's a houseplant?
It's lovely though. It's interesting.
I think with any plant though, it's people say to me, and I don't because I'm myself an expert. I'm self-taught.
Me too.
We both are.
Yeah.
But garden all our lives. But with the plant, it is just finding the right home for it, the right position,
But I find that one of the most interesting things. I mean, I think some people find it frustrating. I actually enjoy the challenge of that.
Yeah.
Trying to work out what it wants, what it needs.
Yeah.
It's like having a child.
But there's loads of advice on the... There's loads of advice on the YouGarden website as well. So there's lots of videos on YouTube.
Yeah, there is, actually.
With Peter McDermott, who is an absolute
He's our head gardener.
Yeah, I mean, he's like amazing, his knowledge. But if you and also if you join the discount club, we give you lots of extra hints and tips and information. But honestly, there's loads of online videos on YouTube with YouGarden, and we can talk you through so many different plants, and more of that is coming as well. I love these. I love the leaves. I love the fact that they're evergreen as well. There's not many climbers that are evergreen.
Yeah, I think it's a struggle. So I love wisteria, which does stay evergreen, but it does lose a lot of its leaves. It's not quite as lush and beautiful as it is in the winter months. Whereas this it stays.
Do these flower all summer, like in fits and starts? Do you get like the big burst at the beginning? And then...
You get a few waves happening with it, I've found with mine, but you do get flowering right through from May all the way through. I mean, mine are still in flower now, all the way through to September, maybe even into October. So yeah, it's not constantly covered, but you get lovely waves of that happening. You're definitely going to want to plant these somewhere where you can smell them.
Oh yeah, of course. Right.
Definitely. Don't put it down the end of the garden.
We are at the busiest part of the show right now. Thank you, by the way. We love all of you regulars and all of you new viewers that are joining us every single week now. If you know how to comment on YouTube and Facebook, we'd love to have some feedback. And don't forget, if you become a club member, it's £5 for the year. On auto renewal, which you can cancel at any time. You get 10% off. This, honestly, I did this the moment I started to work for YouGarden. Bex has done the same. So £5 a year, it was £20, and that will give you 10% off every plant and accessory order. That includes your compost. You know, amazing. 5% off every outdoor living and gift order. You get £20 worth of YouGarden vouchers. You can use those throughout the year, by the way. Use one every 3 months. So that's £20 back. And exclusive offers, competitions, and expert advice as well. You could go for the 1 year membership, £10, which is not an auto renewal, but why not save an extra £5? So you can always cancel. But that will give you all of those benefits for 12 months, which is amazing. Now, we've just had the jasmine. You mentioned about the tower pots.
I did, yeah.
These are lovely.
These are awesome. I've got 2 of these. One's got a wisteria in and one has my jasmine in. And I love them for a couple of reasons. First of all, if I ever leave that house, I want to take those plants with me. I don't want to leave them behind for the next people that live there. They can have what's in the borders. There are certain plants I want to keep. And the jasmine and wisteria are one of them. So these are fantastic because what you get when you plant your climbers in here is a 360-degree display. If I put it down on the floor, it comes up to here on me. I am 5'6". So just to let you know, that's how tall we're talking. It gets delivered to you in 3 parts. So you've got the pot at the bottom, and then these bits, they're 3 parts, and they just clip together with these clips here. Really quick and easy to do. They are plastic, but they are again that strong, UV stabilized, frost-resistant plastic. So these are designed to last you for years because they're not going to be affected by weather. Now your climbers are gradually going to climb in and through these holes. Sometimes they need a little bit of help, don't they, just to point them in the right direction. This is why this is great, because the holes here are massive. You can get your hands in. So me with my big man hands and Shaun with his
gardener's hands,
we can both get our hands through these holes, and we can then help to train that plant to go where it needs to go. It's got drainage in the bottom. It's also got a reservoir in the bottom of there as well, which really helps with water retention in there too.
Especially like you said the last week where it was bone dry.
Yeah, I mean having that little trough at the bottom so that there is somewhere for the water to retain is good.
And sometimes I've used these and I've just gone and say sweet peas up them just for the season, and then the next year maybe I've decided I'm not going to do anything climb. I'm just going to use the pot.
Use the pot.
But you can do that.
You can, because these will unclip. These bits obviously because it tapers up. They will sit inside each other, so it's easy to store away as well. Mine are going to be as climbers, absolutely always. So if you're buying the jasmines and you want 3 of these in the pots, it is well worth it. 360-degree display, and you'll have it for years.
And don't forget, postage-wise, on YouGarden TV, you only pay 1 postage per order. But that gives you an idea of the displays you can have, and they're 360 as well. Is that yours?
That is mine. So that is my wisteria. I took that picture last Monday. That was a brand new wisteria just earlier on this year. I planted it about May time.
That's happy.
So they're only about so big, and that has filled. That's filled that just in the summer season.
I am impressed.
So can you imagine the flowers that are going to be on that next year?
Oh, it's going to look amazing.
I can't wait to show you. Honestly, the plant was this big when I bought it and put it in there. So it's beautiful.
Isn't gardening wonderful? Isn't it the best hobby? It's
relaxing.
Isn't
so
it?
I've really taken to it of late because I've been getting quite anxious lately and, just a bit stressed out. I've reached an age where anxiety has really taken hold.
Well, you've got two boys as well. Yeah.
And I've got 2 kids. But I go into the garden and all of a sudden I just feel lighter. Everything feels better. It's lovely.
And then that's the feedback we get from you, wonderful viewers as well. When you message us, it's such a good hobby to have, isn't it? And we're with you. We hope you see us as your friends. We're with you every single week now on YouGarden TV, and together we're all going to have amazing gardens, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
And gardening is for everybody. Even if you've just got a little small garden, a courtyard. I used to live in Leeds. I had a little balcony, but God, that balcony was colourful.
Sean's like this on the balcony. Can't actually sit anywhere.
There's no room to sit, but stand there and go, oh, it looks amazing.
I love my balcony.
But it is for everybody, no matter what level of skill you've got. Now we've got the most amazing deal. Okay. We had to check our notes on this one, actually, didn't we,
We did.
So these are the Astrantia sparkling stars. Now, they're only $6.99. However, if you double up today, you can have 2 of these for £9.99. Again, you have to put that off code in, YGTV11. Don't forget you get your free crocus as well with every single order today. But 2 of these for £9.99. Look at the size of them.
They are huge. So I planted
big.
an Astrantia earlier on this year. It's half the size of these, and I'm sure I paid more than the price.
Well, I've never actually grown these. I don't know why.
Oh, I love Astrantia. I think the foliage is really interesting for starters. It looks beautiful, but it's those flowers. You kind of get these really, really interesting flower shapes on here. They're a bit like starbursts. They almost look very symmetrical. What are those things called that you used to twist as a kid and look through? Kaleidoscope. They look very kaleidoscopic to me when I look at the flowers on here. I think they are super interesting, and you get loads of flowers on here as well. Mine have happened in waves throughout the summer months, and it's looking brilliant now as well. June, July, August, September, October is where you get the flowers from this. So you get a really nice long flowering season from these. They are winter hardy as well, so this is not a plant that you need to worry about. Winter hardy means that if it fails to thrive in your garden, you get in touch with YouGarden and they will replace it for you free of charge, just paying the postage on those. You get months of flowers from those, months of them, and there's very little you have to do.
They're absolutely divine, aren't they?
Well, I think they're really pretty. And they're drought tolerant once they get established as
well.
Are they? Yeah. So this is a really good one.
Why have I never grown them?
They'll thrive more in a sunny spot, but they don't mind part shade. So I've got quite a few trees in my garden that were there before I moved in. So I've got to have salix, flamingo, standard. So obviously the salix, it gets quite a big ball head on it, doesn't it? Which creates a bit of shade underneath. I've planted my Astrantia under there. It's doing brilliantly.
And this is presumably the kind of height they get to?
Yes, we're talking about 60 by 60 centimetres. So I think this one is about where it's going to get to. But it will fill out, obviously.
Of course.
It's going to get...
And you're going to get... This is unbelievable value. I'm not being funny. To get 2 today on the live show for £9.99. And the reason why we can do even better deals is because we are broadcasting live from the YouGarden Nursery. Yes. All 11 acres outside these doors. We've got a big potting shed in the middle of the nursery, but the deals go directly to you at home, and they're better than ever. So this is where we are, yes. I mean, what a place to work. And all we do is we work with the team, we wander around the nursery. What we tend to on the live shows, we bring you things that are in season, ready to plant now. There's never any extended delivery dates or anything like that. It's everything is picked, delivered. Sometimes even on the live shows, you will get your plants the next day. We don't guarantee that. We always say 5 to 7 days. Occasionally it may take longer, but generally speaking, you get very, very quick delivery on, of course, the live shows. Right, we're going to get back to our plant of the week. So this deal is for 1 week only. This is the first show featuring it, and it's the incredible Rudbeckia Goldstrum. You can either go for 10 of them for $14.98, but if you double it, you can go for 20 for just £19.98. And these are ready to go in the garden, aren't they?
Garden
These
ready.
Are big.
Plant them out. Uniform flowers. Wonderful late summer flower. Great to get these in the ground now because they're a perennial. So this is the time for your perennial planting as well as your spring bulbs. We've got some of those coming up in a little while. But yeah, plant these out. Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. You will love these. You will add these. These are the flowers. So I've got the other variety of Rudbeckia. This is the one that brings me the most joy when I look out into that border at the moment because you get that beautiful, bright yellow. Just, it's lovely.
And so you could even plant these in pots and how you imagine the displays are going to give you next year. Double up if you want by 10, $14.99. Double up by 20, $19.98. And there's 4 ones there, 1, 2, 4. Loads of you now joining us every week, so thank you so much. Now, these are pretty, aren't they?
These are so pretty, and I'm in trouble with our lovely head of engineering, Stuart, because we were going to save these for the afternoon, but I love them so much that I...
Should see Bex's face this morning. She's like, we could have these on the show. Look at them. Look at them, they're gorgeous. They are rather splendid,
really are pretty. So I did ask for these to be brought forward for you, because just look at those. Can I just bring this picture up so that you can see the stunning floral display that you get from these actual Weigela is what they're called. So we are going to be planting these out into the sunshine. They can cope with part shade as well. These are going to be great in your pots and your borders. They're winter hardy, so these are not a plant that you need to worry about at all. They're going to grow to about 70 centimetres in height, but they're going to spread at least the same as well.
Oh my word.
So that is amazing.
Isn't it?
This is going to look fantastic in your borders. You've got 3 of those, so you could plant them all together to create almost a little, hedge of them in your border, or you can dot these out and then plant other things in the middle of them. Really long flowering season from this as well. May through to October. That is incredible to have a long flowering season like that.
And
May, June, July, August, September, October.
Wow.
That's 6 months of flowering that you get from this.
Do you know the foliage is actually really nice as well, don't you
It
think?
is beautiful.
I like it.
I think it's got the kind of limey green colour to it.
Yeah.
It makes those flowers really stand out, doesn't it?
They're beautiful. And we've got an offer on the live show today where you can save £15. You actually get 3 of those for $14.97.
Wow, it's a half price basically, isn't it?
I know.
That's amazing.
And don't forget, you will get with every single order. Now, some of you will have just joined us. You can watch us on YouTube. In fact, most of you order on YouTube and watch us on YouTube. Not order, but watch on YouTube. Live on Facebook and the YouGarden website, so yougarden.com. Go there and, you'll see the live show, but also all of the catch-up shows are there as well, so you can stream them in, in your own time with the comfort of your own home. Jane has just joined us. Good morning, Jane.
Morning, Jane.
On Facebook, I believe. YouTube. Great choice. But both. What I like nowadays, it's so easy, isn't it?
Yeah,
so easy.
It is quite easy, isn't it?
If you're online, it's so easy to watch us.
Really simple.
I tend to watch on YouTube on my big TV, and it's great.
I've only gone through the website so far. I'll have to try on YouTube. I'll have to try. Although I'm always here, so never mind.
But anyway, listen, loads of options. But so all the shows are saved, so you can watch them later if you ever miss anything. Within 24 hours, they're always there on the website as well. But yes, with every single order today, you're going to get... Now, this is originally... We launched 4 weeks ago, and we're only going to have free gifts for the first few shows, but... Look what happened. But yeah... Well, like P2's the main boss, Peter McDermott, who many of you will know, presented many of the shows and always provided the plants. We just keep saying to him, well, it's working, people are going to have free gifts, let's keep it going, Don't fix it if it's not broken. So anyway, you've got to get the free gift today, which is, I think this is the lovely gift, 40 crocus bulbs. But you do need to put that code in your basket, YGTV11, to unlock all of the offers. Now, these are rather splendid, aren't they? The Coreopsis.
Coreopsis.
These are gorgeous.
So pretty. Those flowers look like they're floating, don't they, on the top of those stems? Those are really, really pretty. So this is your moonbeam. You are getting 3 of these included in the deal today. today. Beautiful, long flowering perennial plant. June, July, August, September we're getting from these. They are going to like a bit of sunshine. I wouldn't even consider putting these in part shade or anything. Put them where they're going to get a decent amount of sun. Pollinators are absolutely going to love those. Awarded that badge by the Royal... Look how dense that floral display can become for you. The foliage itself is really quite interesting as well, because you've got those kind of really thin thread-like foliage on there, which I think is really interesting. And those flowers, as I say, they just look like they've been placed there. They look like they're floating on top of there. It's a naturally rugged prairie plant. So this means that, in most gardens, you're not going to have an issue with this at all. In fact, I'd say all gardens, winter hardy plant, which means that if it does fail to thrive in your garden, YouGarden will replace it for you without any charge, just paying the postage cost there.
I think they're just gorgeous, aren't they?
They really are.
Do you mind the foliage reminds me of a little bit of cosmos, but but obviously these come out year after year.
Year after year, yeah. This is a perennial plant for you, and it's going to obviously get bigger. As with most perennials, it's going to get bigger and better. The displays for you.
Pretty big already. That's I think great. Saving £15. Lovely colour. I've got some verbena in my garden. I'm just thinking they look really nice next to the verbena.
The purple with the yellow, I think, is a really nice combination, isn't it?
Yeah.
And consider actually it would look amazing with the verbena, because I've got the tall verbena that's as tall as me, and this we're talking about 40-50 centimetres in height. So in front of the verbena, that would look amazing.
Would it look good?
Oh no, Shaun, we're shopping.
I know. I want everything. Seriously, I want pretty much everything on the show.
Yeah.
But postage is included in those as well for the. Which is fabulous. I'm saving £15. What is lovely about these shows, and I hope you stay with us on our journey throughout the many months and years to come. I think we're all going to learn so much as well. Aren't we?
We are. And do you know what? I love sitting down and if there's any plants I don't know about, I love sitting down in front of the computer and researching and learn about it. It's fascinating.
And it's nice to try new things, isn't it?
It is.
I love trying new things in my garden. And
I don't have that.
No, I don't have that either.
Might have that.
But thank you to everyone that said that is ordering today. Right, should we move on to we've got our hardy Japanese anemones next, haven't we?
And that's the important word, hardy Japanese anemone. I
know.
Never say that word. Yes, these are hardy. Sorry, you were going to say something.
My friend calls them anemones. But
anemones.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Call them what you want.
Do you know what? I'm not picky on pronunciation.
No, I'm not.
Some people are, and that's your right. I don't mind.
I run a garden club in our village. I've got the meeting tonight, actually. And well, luckily, so I know all the common names for plants pretty much, but we have got a couple of experts that know all the Latin names. And it's kind of nice to have both, but I'm not brilliant with the Latin names.
No, I'm not brilliant with the pronunciation on the Latin names.
But my friend Pauline Pitts, I don't know if she's watching, she is amazing. So, whenever we do plant sales and things, I'll just hand you over to Pauline, and she's like, but it doesn't matter. And, say, with YouGarden, it's gardening for everybody. Whatever knowledge you've got, whatever level of gardening, this is gardening for everybody. It's all inclusive. But these are very pretty, aren't they?
These are so pretty, absolutely. Now we're talking about, with your flowering season, August, September, October time, they will reach a decent height for you. So if you are planting these into your borders, I definitely think sort of, towards the back, because these are going to reach a metre 20 in height. They will spread a decent amount as well, though. We're talking potentially up to a metre spread on here. But you're going to get an abundance, masses of those large, pretty flowers. And this is happening when other flowers in your garden are starting to fade, because sort of August, September, October, a bunch of things are going away. This is one for your late season planting. If you're looking at that successional planting, this is one for late summer for you. You're getting 3 different varieties included in the deal here. 2 of those have that Award of Garden Merit from the Royal Horticultural Society. You're getting the Prince Heinrich and the Queen Charlotte, so that's the vivid pink and the light pink. Those are the ones that have that Royal Horticultural Society Award Award of Garden Merit. And that one is the Whirlwind, which is the white. The three of them together, I think, is a lovely kind of blend and colour contrast. I would definitely mix these in with each other so that you get them all kind of blending in together.
I always think there's something really nice and delicate about anemones, isn't there?
Yeah, I think so.
Just
They've kind of got these papery-looking petals to them. They're very elegant, though, aren't they?
I love the way they move in the wind and things like
Yeah,
that.
but they're hardy.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't be fooled by their really lovely kind of gentle nature and the way they look. They are fully hardy. I agree. I think those three together would look really nice.
Yeah, I think you mix them in so that they kind of intermingle with each other and look lovely.
Now we've also got on the show, so we're going to try and get to as many products as we can, but they're all there on our website. So fill your baskets, one postage charge per order. So it really works out great value if you put together a big order and check out one go. If I could show you this, if you'd like. So in our basket, we put our compost in there because that's on offer as well. Then the plant of the week. We bought 2 because you get an extra discount. It's like $9.99 each. We put in the Echinacea and you get an extra 2 free. You can see that it says free. So you get 2 free there. The Astrantia, we put 2 of those in because again you get an extra saving by putting 2 in. And the mixed crocus in there as well. Now, why are we getting all these deals is down to that offer code, YGTV11. So, when you apply that code, look at that, your saving is £78.94. So you've got to put that code in to get all the extra offers. Now, it does give you a little tip here, save a further £7.80 by becoming a club member. Now remember, on auto renewal, it's £5 per year, which is brilliant. So spend £5 and then save an extra £7.80. So the saving now is nearly £90. So honestly, it just works out great value by putting in that special code YGTV11 and also becoming a club member. And you only pay 1 postage, don't forget. So whatever the highest postage is, and generally that will be for the biggest item, the heaviest item, that will cover the cost of the entire order. And you can see that on the website, it's saying that we're live right now. So whenever these shows are live, it will show you where they are. So there we are. We are... So there you go, watch our latest live show, click that button there, missed a show, and you can catch up here. So we are making it even easier for you to watch us. We are online. Now, that was just a delay from earlier on our computer, but we are online right now. But we have got now some absolutely fantastic offers on bulbs. And obviously it is bulb season. Yep. I mean, I'm sometimes a little bit late planting my bulbs, but you can get away with it. They just fly a bit later. But now is a really good time to plant, if you want the earlier blooms. And they say it's nice weather at the moment as well, so it's a nice time to be out in the garden. It's a bit more comfortable this week, 20 degrees, 18 degrees.
Yeah, I think, last week probably wouldn't have been a good week for anybody to do any gardening or planting bulbs. But certainly this week, probably next week, this is a really good time to get out there and do it. The ground is in perfect condition.
Yeah, so it's easy to dig and things like that.
Really easy.
But we've got some really lovely bulbs.
I love these.
We both spotted these and were like, wow. And these are our narcissus, but they are the phenants. What an unusual one this is.
I think these are really, really pretty. Look at the centre that you get on these. There's so many different types, aren't there, that you can buy as far as your narcissus is concerned. And this is a really unusual one. So I think if you're, if you've got those bright yellow ones in your garden, this is a great one to add in. It'll look wonderful dotted in amongst them all.
Sorry, Bex,
You just what?
I've now seen them even closer.
Yeah. Pretty, aren't they?
Yeah, love the centres.
I mean, they're a classic, aren't they? They're a classic spring bulb. So this is one that you should have in your collection. If you haven't already, it's always good to...
Look, sorry, they're amazing, aren't they?
It's so good to add something new and different and unusual in there. This one has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, proven performer, been through a rigorous testing process in order to get that. These are going to reach about 50 centimetres in height. So these are a nice, tall specimen for you. Nice sturdy stems on here as well. We know, don't we, with narcissus, they stand proud. So you don't need to worry about those spring winds and things that happen.
They tend to be pretty good when it's wet as well.
They do, yeah, absolutely. April, May, you'll get those gorgeous flowers as you're expecting to with these kinds of bulbs. These are definitely ones you're going to want in your garden, and they've got a nice scent to them as well, from these sort of pure white blooms.
And all of our bulbs, they're of a really good size.
They are.
I know sometimes you buy bulbs from the big stores or whatever, and you might get a mixture of size, and some of the bulbs might be too small to produce a flower. These are all a really good size. The embryo of the flower is already in there. If you cut it in half, you'd probably see it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
But they just need planting.
And that's how they come to you, in these bags.
Yeah.
They're labelled so that you know exactly what it is that you're getting. You can see, I should have taken these out, maybe we'll take some out later, but you can see the size of these. They are incredibly good quality. What are these, size 8 to 10 on here? So really good quality, good size bulbs that we're getting here.
And just really rather special, aren't they?
Yeah, I love them.
Look at they said, yes, that little pink edge in the centre.
You've got the pink edge around there, that kind of dark bit in the centre, but it's against that pure white bloom that you've got, which really makes that stand out. I think it's gorgeous.
Do you know, sometimes you can just plant in your lots of daffodils and they look great, but if you want something really spectacular, these in a pot with some beautiful winter pansies around them, look fantastic, wouldn't they?
Yeah, or maybe the hyacinths, great hyacinth.
Oh, yes.
Which we've got at some point.
In fact, we've got loads of bulbs on the show.
Tomorrow.
And all the bulbs pretty much have got free delivery.
Yeah.
There's a lot of delivery included, so do bear that in mind. Right, oh God.
Here's another one.
My wages have gone again, Bex.
That one's another free delivery.
Your wages gone again?
Yeah, that's the problem.
But our gardens, your gardens, are going to look absolutely amazing. They really are. Now, we've also got for you these incredible tulips called the Flaming Flag. Which, there's so many gorgeous varieties of tulips, but look at those. Again, they almost look hand painted, don't they?
You can see why they're called the Flaming Flag, can't you?
Wow.
Look at the stripes, the colour that you're getting, through these. You've got that pure white, then with that purple kind of running its way through there. Tulips, we know they're one of the most popular, the most iconic spring flower. We're always very excited, aren't we, when we start seeing those, those little green bits poking up through the ground, and that's the tulips. That's the tulips that are coming through. It really, whenever I see the tulip, I just think it's a time of feeling hopeful, isn't it? Because we've gone through those dark winter months, and by the time you start seeing those little green bits coming through the ground, you're ready for it to be over. You're ready for the lighter days, and that for me is what the tulip really does bring to my garden.
And also, the clocks, generally speaking, have changed when the tulips have come up, and are flowering. So you got the joy of the lighter evenings and things like that. But again, just spectacular varieties. And if you buy the tulips, if you're buying any of the bulbs, don't forget, you're also going to get your 40 crocus free as well. You've got to use that code, and I keep saying it. Pretty much everyone is using the code, but it's YGTV11. If you put the code in, then you'll get the free crocus automatically added to your order.
Yes.
And if there's any other promotions, you've got lots of different promotions going on throughout the show, they'll all be activated once you put that code in your basket. But when you think about that 40 crocus and the 20 tulips there for, $11.99, it's amazing. Now we've also got these that look like snowdrops, but they're not, are they?
They're not. They're a relative of the snowdrops.
Yes.
This is the Lycodium aestivum snowflakes. You're getting 20 bulbs included in here, and they are a relative of the snowflakes. But these are taller and... What did I say?
Of the snowflakes.
I meant snowdrops. But these are taller and later flowering than snowdrops. So if you adore snowdrops, as we all do, don't we?
Yeah.
Because they're incredible flowers. They pop up through the snow and, in January time.
They're little miracles, aren't they?
They are little miracles, but they don't last that long. Well, These are ones that you can have in your garden that look like that. These are going to flower for you sort of March, April time. They're going to reach about 50 centimetres in height. So I think these are phenomenal.
Ooh.
But they've also got, did you see that little green dot?
Yes.
It's almost perfect, as if somebody's gone with a tiny little paintbrush and put a dot on the edge of every single petal on there.
Look at that.
They're so interesting, aren't they?
They're actually bigger bulbs than a snowdrop as well, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they are, definitely. We're here. So I can show you through the bag there. You can see the size of the bulb. That's one bulb that I'm showing you there.
Because sometimes with snowdrops, it's a bit hard to get them going. They will say buy snowdrops in the green and things like that. But these are a bigger, stronger bulb.
Bigger, stronger bulb because you're getting bigger, you know, stronger. I don't want to say stronger because snowflakes are very strong, aren't they? Yeah. But these are bigger flowers, later flowering. Winter hardy, not a problem. Cut flowers, great. You can bring them indoors if you want to. Wildlife friendly. They do like sunshine though. So, you know, with
your snowdrops, they'll get away with the shade.
They'll get away with the shade. These are going to like a bit more of a sunny position. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely one, and I love that droopy head. I love the droopy head of a snowdrop, and I love the droopy head of the Leucojum.
And you will get several flowers on the one stem.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah. So you can get anywhere between sort of 3 and 7 flowers from each of these, which I think is super interesting. So you get like a little cluster of these wonderfully drooping flowers coming off there as well. Well, fantastic, and they will naturalise, so they'll get bigger and better every year for you as well.
Well, keep any questions, any comments. Don't forget, you can message us on YouTube, Facebook. We'd love to hear from you. But I tell you what you've loved, and I'm not surprised at all.
I'm not surprised.
The Astrantia, the price is ridiculous today. So buy one, it's only $6.99. Should be $14.99. But if you double up, and we're doubling up for you right now, 2 for just £9.99. Look at this, and that's it. I mean, not being funny, one of those for $9.99 would be incredible.
Well, I'm impressed at $9.99 for one, to be honest.
Yeah, I am, for one. But you actually get 2 for
the size of it. Yeah. But yeah, you can get 2 if you want them.
Hang on, right, if you've never ordered before, just think about this. 2 of those for $9.99. And you're going to get your free crocus, 40 crocus worth $9.99. All of that for a tenner.
A tenner.
That is amazing, isn't it?
Well, this is what we're all about here at YouGarden. This is exactly why, you know, we want people to know about this. We want people to join the club. We encourage you to tell your friends because we are gardeners. We love our garden. We spend our wages on gardening stuff just like you do as well. So tell your friends about this.
So look, we've popped the 2 in there. Got them for $9.99. We've got a free crocus. The delivery cost is $4.99. And do you know what I'm going to say is, I would put some other things in your basket because you only pay 1 delivery. Whatever the most expensive delivery is, that's all you will pay. So it's actually probably worth buying a few extra things. But that is all you're going to spend for that amazing year. And that has been one of the top sellers today, the Astrantia, and I'm not surprised at all. And don't forget, if you want to save even more money, we have got a discount club, and we've got, I think it's well over 40,000 members, at least actually currently. So it's only normally £20 a year, but we are doing a deal today. So the auto renewal, which is exactly what it says, it renews automatically, but you can cancel at the end of the year if you're not happy, if you're not getting the deals. But that's only £5 per year. You can go for the one-off 1-year membership, £10 a year. But both those memberships will give you 10% off every plant and accessory order. That includes things like our premium professional compost, 5% off every outdoor living and gifts order. You're going to get £20 worth of vouchers back. Now, you actually use those throughout the year. It's 1 voucher every 3 months, and you get exclusive offers, competitions, and expert advice as well. But we're going to move on to this, which is the wax flower. Now, I've got a feeling these come from Australia, but I might be completely wrong.
You're right.
Am I right?
Good memory. Well done. Yeah, these are a native of Australia, but they do well in this country. So they're hardy down to about -5. So these, you know, they're good for most areas of the country. Other areas, if you know it's going to get really cold, you just need to give them a little bit of winter protection. We've got Strulch on the show. Buy some Strulch. It's a really good habit to get into. Just mulch everything.
Now, the foliage foliage is gorgeous.
I love it.
It's really soft. You think it's going to be spiky, but it's actually really soft.
Yeah.
But the flowers on the wax flower are really
Oh,
gorgeous.
they are
Look at these.
so pretty. Look at these. So you get these waxy clusters of these pink flowers. They give you an absolutely reliable pop of colour, and for quite a long time as well. These can flower between April and August, which is a really long time.
It's 5 months, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really long time of colour that you're going to get from these. As you can see from the picture there, the wildlife are going to love them. You can use these as cut flowers. The foliage that you've got on here is evergreen, which I think is really valuable. We know we need plants in our garden that are going to give us that interest all year round, rather than just looking out at bare branches all the time. It's drought tolerant once it gets established as well. And the other thing to let you know about it is that it is going to like a bit more of a sheltered spot. So it's not going to appreciate being in the windiest of areas. It can grow to a really large size if you want it to. It can grow up to 4 metres height and spread.
We should say these are really good sized plants, aren't they?
Incredible sized plants that you're getting here, delivered to your door.
I mean, I bought a friend one of these because she uses them actually for flower arrangements.
Yeah, you can do.
But hers was a lot smaller and I would say a similar price, but that is really good.
It's a really good size, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can I stick my head in there and see how big it is? Not my head, the plant.
And you've got an average size head, which is yes.
Some say I've got a big head.
Not an average head, but an average size head. But lovely. And again, it's something a bit different, isn't it? You don't often see the wax flower in the UK, but they are hard decent to about -5.
Yeah, down to about -5. And as I say, they're going to grow quite big if you want them to. They can get to 4 by 4 metres. If you want to restrict the size of anything that you, pretty much anything that you grow, you can restrict the size of it by growing it in a pot.
Yes.
If you don't want it to get to 4 by 4 metres. I mean, I'm thinking this would look great. There's somebody who parks a caravan the other side of my fence. It's horrible. It looks ugly. It looks really ugly. I could grow this in front of it and it'd just cover it up, wouldn't it? Not that I've got anything against caravans.
No, you love because you love going away.
I love going away. I love camping. I just don't want to look at it from my back garden.
There's always a way of covering things.
Exactly. This would be great.
I think we've all got bits of our garden as well that need covering. You know, there's always a few ugly bits in our own gardens, aren't there? You know, I've got a few bits. I want to cover up that wall, that fence, whatever. But they can go really big if you want them to as well. Now we've mentioned Strulch, and we have got it on the live show today. And Strulch, alongside the compost, has actually become one of the top selling and highest reviewed products that we show. But this is a really great all-rounder, isn't it?
It's a fantastic all-rounder. So I am a hosta lover, and this is
and so are slugs.
And so are slugs and snails, yes. Unfortunately.
It's so true.
This is one of the amazing, bear with me because there's lots of them here, one of the amazing benefits of investing in Strulch. It is a mineralised straw, so it's a natural, eco-friendly, nice way of deterring the slugs and snails from your garden. So if you have hostas and other plants that they love to munch on, there's loads of plants where they've got new shoots and they like eating those.
And it's so sad when you've planted some plants and they're doing great,
destroyed.
and then literally sometimes overnight, the slugs can get in there and pretty much eat them away. Yeah. So a brilliant natural deterrent. Natural deterrent.
It doesn't harm those slugs and snails in any way. They just slither up to it, and there's something included in that mineralised straw that makes them go, I don't like that, and they go off somewhere else.
But it doesn't kill them. It just gets them to move away.
Yeah, it gets them to go into next door's garden.
But it looks really attractive as well, doesn't it?
Well, this is one of the other benefits for it. So it covers up the ground. It makes the borders and the pots and things all look lovely and uniform. So it looks neat. By having it on there, it also acts as a weed suppressant as well, so you don't have to weed as often. I can't guarantee you'll never get weeds coming through, but it definitely suppresses them. It works as a mulch over winter, so it helps to keep roots and plants, safe and warm during those really cold months. And the other one is with water retention. It helps to retain the moisture in the ground. So I know we're moving into the colder months now, but that will help you in those warmer months next year too.
I think it is brilliant, and it's got incredible reviews, and you know, any of the problems that Bex has mentioned, if you've got those problems in your garden, then get some Strulch.
Well, I can definitely attest to the slugs and things, because there's a hosta collection on the show later today or tomorrow. I had that hosta collection and I put Strulch around the top. They've been great all season.
And again, if you just go on the YouGarden website, type in Strulch, you'll find it and you can add it to your basket. And do bear that in mind, you know, obviously we've got all the products on the shows and we have all the, you know, some of the best offers on the live shows. But there's lots of other great products on the YouGarden website that you can add to your basket as well. Now, what we're going to do, good morning, by the way. Thank you for joining us. My name's Shaun Ryan. This is the lovely, we'll just call you Bex, don't we?
Yeah, I'm just Bex.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah. Should we give out your full name or not?
I'm Bex Edwards.
Yes.
I'm Rebecca Jane Edwards.
Now, Bex sounds so much more.
I know, it's more me, isn't it?
And I'm Shaun Ryan, and we are with you now every Wednesday, 10 till midday, and 2 till 4, and the same on a Thursday as well. And you've got the best of shows on a Sunday from 10 o'clock onwards. But if you order anything today and you pop in YGTV11, you are going to get this fantastic free gift. And these are worth $9.99. And I saw 25 crocus yesterday on offer for £6, so I'm $9.99. It's pretty, you know, it's good. You know, £10 for 40 crocus. But you get them absolutely free with any order today. So all you need to do to get them is pop in YGTV11 and they will be absolutely free. Now also, don't forget, we have got our premium professional compost on the show. Now, this has got postage included. It's our best-selling product. Cannot recommend it high enough. We've had thousands of 5-star reviews over the years. And really, it is for everything. It's from seeds all the way through to trees. You get 2 40-litre bags on the 20-litre. The other things it's not, you know, ideal for is plants that need an ericaceous compost. So your camellias, your rhododendrons, etc. But everything else, it is superb for. And it does give you amazing plants. The roots are strong, and that is really important for any plant. But in today's world where you've got extreme temperatures, you know, the stronger the root system, the more they can really, really survive and thrive. And more roots means more shoots and more flowers and better crops, of course, as well. 200503. You'll get your crocus with those worth £10 as well. And remember, if you're a club member, you get 10% off that price. So you save an extra £2.40 pretty much by becoming a club member today for just £5. Then, oh my word, we saw those stunning Agapanthus, the fireworks. 3 of these, they may come with flowers and buds on them as well, but they are half price today, saving £15, just under half price actually, and they will flower year after year. I think they're one of the most divine flowers ever. They are stunning, and this variety of the fireworks is a bit more compact. So around about 60 centimetres, and you've got this lovely kind of bicolour flower. It goes from the purpley mauve and fades into the white. They're stunning, absolutely beautiful. 561028. And then we have the beautiful Primula viali, which is the red hot poker. Great for a shady spot under trees, difficult areas, but look at those flowers. It's nicknamed the red hot poker because it is much like a red hot poker, and I love the way that the flowers just open up from the bottom, slowly open upwards, but you're left with that gorgeous kind of red tip in the middle, and the contrast of that is stunning. They've been really popular. You are saving £20 on those today. 560042 at just £9.97. Bearing in mind, I'm not being funny, if you go for those, you get your free crocus, also worth a tenner. So, you know, even if you're just placing a small order today, you're going to make really big savings. But we're going to go back to our pride of Madeira soon, which is the most amazing It's stunning. I ordered these from the very first show. It's unique, it's unusual. You don't find these, generally speaking, in the garden centres. It is hard in the UK. It's hard. It's about -5. If you live in I live in an exposed garden. It gets strong wind, so I've put mine in a pot, just in case, just for the first year. We'll see what happens. Probably plant it in the border next year. But these produce spikes of these architecturally stunning flowers. And these can be like 1.5 meters high, sometimes even taller than that as well. The bees love them. I will say, I think they're ideal for a big pot or a big space in your garden. You know, this is a stunning, striking plant. It's not shy and retiring. It wants to be the back of a border. It likes full sun and it loves well-drained soils as well. But you will love that. And the value, when you see the size of these in the 2-litre pot, the value today is absolutely incredible. And that is down to just $14.99. Again, to get all of these deals, you need to put in that code YGTV11. Now, we like this one. This is a triple up deal. So either $9.99 for one, or you get 3 for $14.97. Now, it is a style of trichane there, the Tracheospernum. It's fully hardy, it's evergreen, it's a climber, it's a slow-growing climber, so it's not going to be invasive, it's not going to take over your trellis or your fence, but you're going to get these beautiful, delicate yellow flowers. And the leaves are really nice. They're kind of really glossy leaves on these as well. It is evergreen. You may find in the winter months that the leaves will turn to kind of like a red shade, but it is evergreen. Obviously, it will lose some of its leaves, like all plants do as it grows and thrives, but it is evergreen, and you'll get these flowers year after year after year. And it will flower throughout the summer. It will go in fits and starts. You know, at the beginning of the summer, you may get a big burst of flowers, but they are stunning. And think about the fragrance as well. 550313 is your item number. And then, if you're thinking, well, what could I grow them up? Well, we've got the perfect solution, and it is our tower pot. These are amazing, and they come in 3 parts, so you just piece them together, and you've got the pot there as well. They are fully weatherproof, so they're frost-proof, they're UV resistant, but these are the displays that you can get. And what's nice, because the actual holes in the trellis are quite big, if a plant does need a bit of extra help, you know, just guiding it through so it climbs and winds, you can actually do that as well. But you get 360 degrees of colour with a tower plant and trellis as well. There's 130461. But good morning, by the way. If you're joining us live right now on YouTube, Facebook, and of course the YouGarden website, you might have just been shopping on the YouGarden website and seen, oh, it's a TV show. Yes, we are here every week, Wednesday, 10 till midday and 2 till 4, the same on a Thursday, and the best of shows on a Sunday. Now, I want to say hi to a few people on YouTube. Mandy, Elaine, Jane, hello on YouTube.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
Thank you for
watching.
Are you
enjoying it? I hope so.
I hope so.
We are.
Yeah, we are. We love it, don't we?
We love it here.
And can I say thank you to those of you that follow us on social media. I'm on Facebook, Shaun Ryan Presenter and Plantman, and Shaun Ryan TV on Instagram.
I am My Garden Home Bex Edwards on Instagram, and I am Rebecca Bex Edwards on Facebook.
Yeah.
Come and join us on there, because we do talk a lot about our own gardens. We do share, you know, stuff that's going on with the shows here as well.
We do, and we'll tell you what's coming up and things like that.
It's a lovely community to be part of.
Yes, so do, you know, if you want to follow us on social media, Shaun Ryan Presenter and Plantman on Facebook.
Rebecca Bex Edwards on Facebook.
Yeah, or Instagram as well. Shaun Ryan TV.
My Garden Home Bex Edwards.
There you go. We'll love it when you interact. Let us know when I get home tonight. Let us know what you bought from the shop.
Yeah,
right. Love these.
Okay, I am very excited about these. I planted Geranium Roseanne.
Yes, I've got that one.
Which I love. It's got a much lighter blue. Anyway, absolutely adore it. It's flowered its socks off all summer long. Totally adore it. This one I think is really, really interesting because this is the storm cloud. The name itself really tells you what this is going to give you.
Yeah, it's like dramatic, isn't it? Storm cloud.
It's really dramatic because you've got this really dark, beautiful foliage, and then then look at the colour of these flowers that you are going to get on here. And these are going to be contrasted so beautifully with the dark coloured foliage. It comes through sort of dark green when it's new, but it gets darker with age. And then you get, can you see these lovely burgundy edges that you've got on the foliage
That's
here?
what I like. I think
That is what I absolutely adore on here. And then when you think about the drama of those bright kind of indigo, bluey, purple flowers on there, I think this is stunning. This was brand new in 2022, so a relatively new variety. It is a perennial plant, so this is going to keep coming back for you every single year. It's herbaceous. It'll die. Look at that.
Yeah, it will die down. It'll bury itself under the soil in the winter months. Do not worry.
Don't worry. It'll pop back into life for you, and it will flower for you May, June, July, August time. In fact, I've still got a few flowers on my geranium roseanne at the moment. There's still some flowers on there right now.
And they're really good at filling in gaps and spreading, aren't they?
And there's very little you need to do to them as well. This is the other wonderful thing. Like, I have not deadheaded. I don't think you need to.
I haven't.
Mine just keeps going. I haven't had to deadhead, and it has been covered in flowers. Real low maintenance.
You're right. I've done nothing in mine.
I've done nothing with them.
They look great.
But they're great for ground cover, I find, as well. You know, they do spread nicely. We're talking about 40 to 50 centimetres high, same as far as the spread is concerned. So these are great in your borders.
I'm just thinking, I have fed them. No, I have fed them with blooming fast.
I have done exactly the same. I went round with my watering can and fed them. But that's it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that is that picture you're looking at right there, that is what you want. It's just so pretty, and I can absolutely see whoever came up with that name Stormcloud is a genius, because that, I think, is what you get from this.
And you're going to save £10 on these today. So you're going to get 3 of them. They all come in their 9 centimetre pots. The covers are covered in buds. We've just picked them straight from our 11-acre nursery here, and it's $19.97 for all 3 of those.
Actually, I'll bring this one forward so I can show you. Look at the buds.
It's a shame, because they just give them a few, probably a week, and they'll be out, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would. Look at the buds just on that one there. Look, bud, bud, bud. There's so many of them all over this plant. They are really, really beautiful, low maintenance gardening. Not something you need to worry about, but something that I think will bring you lots of joy. You will look at that either in your border or in your pots, and you will love that, and you'll love it for many years. It is, as I said, low maintenance, but it's also fantastic because it doesn't really matter where you plant it. It'll do great in sunshine, but it'll also do great in part shade as well. This is another one that I've got planted underneath some of the taller, more standard trees that I've got, so they're a bit more shady
It's a really easy one, isn't it?
Really easy, but beautiful.
And I love the foliage on this one. Yeah. It's really, really nice.
I like that a lot.
I'd probably plant some white around that maybe as well.
Yeah, that would really pop then.
Wouldn't it?
It would really pop. Should we buy those as well then?
There's so much I want today.
I can't afford it.
What are we going to do walking here every week? The thing is, I've got a big garden with lots of gaps as well. Like, you know,
I'm definitely going to extend my borders, and I'm not going to tell anybody.
No.
I'm not going to tell the boys. So I'm just going to reduce their playing area slightly.
Just do it subtly. If they're away for a few days,
just dig a bit in.
Yeah. But whatever size garden you've got, we have got plants for you. You know, YouGarden is gardening for everybody. Even if you've just got a little balcony, a little, backyard, small space, you can do what I love about, Instagram things is that you see so much inspiration, and people with the smallest gardens can make them absolutely stunning.
There's a real knack to it. It's quite clever, I think. Like Angela, lovely Angela, who used to do what I do now, used to come in and talk to you about the plants. She didn't have a massive garden, and it was incredible what she did with it.
Amazing.
It's beautiful.
It really was. Right. Now this likes a big pot, and actually this would like a big space if you got it. Our pride of Madeira. But look at the size of plant that you're getting. Now this has been a top seller, as you can imagine. On YouGarden TV, I almost bought this last year, but the ones we had were about £40, if I remember rightly. We've got a small amount left at $14.99. They are huge, gorgeous plants. They are unlike anything else that I've ever seen, and I did buy ones on our very first show a few weeks ago. I've put mine in a pot just for this first year, But it's all about, I mean, I love the foliage actually, but the flowers are spectacular.
Yeah, it's stunning, just the foliage, as I said earlier, you know, it's got that lovely kind of, it's almost fuzzy. It's got a soft kind of...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It has, and it's got it on the stem.
It's a bit like my cat's ears, yeah.
It's got this lovely fuzzy bit on here as well. Anyway, and that's really interesting, but you're right, it's all about these beautiful, tall spires of flowers that you get. Look at the size of these. These are going, right, your plant is going to reach about 1.5 meters in height, and a spread of that as well. So this is going to be a big plant in your garden. You said earlier, as a specimen plant, you know, in the middle of a lawn, if you have one of those circular border things in the middle of a lawn, this will be really, really beautiful. It has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, so they've trialled it, they've tested it, and they've awarded it this to say that it is a proven performer in our gardens. You will have flowers on here for such a long time. April, May, June, July, August is the sort of flowering season you can have on here. It's a biennial, so it's a short-lived perennial, but this self-seeds prolifically. So once you've invested in an Echium, you should never have to...
So you should get lots of babies.
You should get lots of babies. You should never have to buy another one from here. So that is absolutely brilliant. I mean, Pride of Madeira, you know, you said you'd seen them on a cruise in Madeira.
Yeah, first time I spotted them was on a cruise in Madeira years ago, and I was like, what on earth's that? And it was really, you know, it was one of the first things I saw, and I knew Madeira was going to be amazing botanically. But yeah, it was like stunning, Bex.
It's one of those that are going to make you feel like holidays, maybe, or that this is something unusual to have in your garden. It will definitely be a talking point. If people don't know what it is, they will be asking you, what is that? I want one.
And you know what? If you've maybe seen this on the last few shows, but you've not bought it, grab it. Say, look, just look at the size that you're getting for $14.99. Again, to get the best deals, if you ever put things in your basket and they're not the price that's on the screen, it's because you haven't put the code in YGTV11. That unlocks all of the deals, all of the promotions, all of the discounts, and it will give you your free crocus today as well, which are worth $9.99. So should we say a few more highs? So Kath is on Facebook.
Good morning. Louise is on Facebook. Hello.
Hello. And Joy has just joined us on
I love that
YouTube.
Name.
I
Joy.
did so. I did.
Just Joy.
First time watching, Joy. Good morning. Thank you.
Hello. We're here every week.
We are 10 till 2. Oh, sorry,
no,
10
till 12.
10 till 12, 2 till 4
That's
on a Wednesday and Thursday. And we have the best of shows at 10 o'clock on a Sunday, but you can stream them later on our website, YouGarden.com, of course, as well.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
on YouTube as well. So.
And we're only 4 weeks in, so we're relatively new, but we're looking at ways to improve, aren't we, all the time?
Yeah, but to be honest, I think it's, touch wood, it's all gone really well. It's gone really well. But YouGarden, if you ever watched our shows on our previous channel, on our other world, then YouGarden always provided the plants on the gardening show. So if you know our faces from the other shows, YouGarden provided the plants. We're just working directly with them now. We're in an 11-acre nursery in a giant potting shed.
Oh, that's true, because I mean, I know I said we're new, but I actually first started working with the people here at YouGarden 20 years ago. For you, it'll be, what, 23 years ago,
yeah. I know we look too young for it, but yeah, we... between Bex, myself, Shaun and Stuart, who's a brilliant head of engineering, there's 60 odd years experience with YouGarden.
Again, we don't look old enough, I know.
Don't get too close. Maybe we do.
Yeah, we definitely do, but it's fine. It's fine. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to get older.
And do you know what? I think garden keeps you young. I think it's great for your physical health and mental health. So many great reasons to garden. But we've got some really great deals on today's show. This is one of, well, they're all brilliant actually today. I mean, seriously, I want to buy everything. But the Sweet Williams, we are looking here, 60 plug plants, $14.99. I think it works like 25 pence per plug plants. Now, they're really strong and healthy, but you want to grow these on a little bit,
You do indeed. So they come to you like this. These are like crack packs. So these will crack into three pieces for you. So there's 20 in each. Now, these are pro plugs. That does not mean you have to be a professional. What it means is you need to grow them on. You need to pot them on. You need to... I will get one out, bear with me. You need to put these... Oh, I've just pulled that one off.
Have you got
You need to pot these on, we've all got loads of pots in our sheds. I went digging in my shed the other day and found loads of pots to pot on my Pro Plug plants. You can use yogurt pots, just stab some holes in the bottom of it for your drainage. But they just need a little bit of growing on before you're going to plant them out. If you plant stuff in your garden, you have the ability to be able to pot on and grow your Pro Plugs. I did it the other day. It's so easy to do. And then within a couple of weeks, particularly at this time of year, these are going to be grown on enough for you to then be able to plant out.
And you've saved yourself a fortune. I'm not being funny, but once these are grown on in pots, you could easily be paying £3-4 each for them.
Yeah, this is the other amazing benefit of not only shopping with YouGarden, but buying Pro Plug plants. It's the cost-effective way of doing it.
And why grow Sweet Williams, Bex, would you say?
Because they smell amazing. All right, a couple of different reasons. One is they smell absolutely beautiful. We love the scent of Sweet William. You'll often find them in, bouquets and flowers and things. Another reason is this is all about that winter colour, because obviously we've had a riot in our gardens over the summer. We've had all of those gorgeous, sweet-smelling, beautiful, colourful flowers in there. We don't want it to end, do we? We want to continue that, and there are certain flowers you can put in your garden that will give you that colour. Sweet William being one of them. Once you put these out, you grow them on, you will start getting flowers on these. You can get flowers on these all the way through to March. Honestly, it's an incredibly long, especially over those winter months. And you get so many of them. These can reach about 1 metre in height. It's incredible that you can get sweet scenting, beautiful colour, tall plants over these winter months.
God,
Sweet Williams are them.
You?
I love them. And you get these clusters of flowers on the Sweet William, which I think is really, really pretty. Vibrant shades, beautiful fragrance, long flowering season, and over those winter months. Winter hardy, easy to grow, use them as a cut flower. Wildlife are going to love them, the ones that are still, flitting about over those months. And because they're going to flower through to March, it does give you that kind of early, vital feed for the pollinators.
And it is important, isn't it? Because there's not a lot around at that time.
There's
of year
not.
sometimes.
And this is one of those ones that will give that.
And the value, even if you're not going to keep all 16, I love sharing with friends and family and neighbours. It's really... it's lovely to share plants, isn't it? So you might even want to grow some of those on and give them to friends and family.
Yeah, I think that's a really lovely idea. I started giving live plants as gifts, and people really appreciate it.
They really do. And if any of my friends are watching,
I appreciate it too.
Yeah, always buy us a plant.
And I'd really like the storm clouds.
I'd like the whole show. Right, we've only got 5 minutes left. Quick reminder. You can order after the show. You can stream later. Oh, wow. Yeah, we are back live at 2:00 this afternoon. We would love you to join us. We really would. So
yes,
we're back
please.
2:00 this afternoon till 4:00 with lots of different plants.
Lots of different plants.
Yeah, we'll bring back some of your favourites, but we've got a brand new selection this afternoon, 2 till 4 as well. But we're going to go back to our Echinacea, the Purple Magnus. I mean, look at this.
I was just touching that. How sturdy that is as a plant as well is incredible.
Just bring it forward so you can see. You get, it's a buy one, get 2 free.
How crazy is that?
Which is amazing. So then you put one in your basket, it's $9.99. Use the code. You've got to use that code today, okay? So YGTV11, and then suddenly, if you pop another 2 in, you'll get them free, and you'll get your free crocus as well. So promise me, I know a lot of you do order after the show. Do put in that code, remember, YGTV11. And do become a club member if you want to save an extra 10%. That is really, really worth it. Look at this flower though, Bex.
It's stunning.
Isn't it?
So sturdy as well.
There.
It's really strong. It's beautiful. The bees and butterflies absolutely adore this. You can see why it's got that gorgeous landing. Look at, honestly, really strong flower. I am growing this in my garden. It is absolutely beautiful. I love the colour combination you've got there. Look at the ends of those that you've got that are, bright orange on here, and then wonderfully contrasted with that pink. Now, mine is relatively new. It's probably probably about, it's a bit smaller than this actually, it's only about this tall, but they can reach about 1 metre in height. So if you're planting these into your borders, we're going to want to be putting these sort of middle to back of the border. July all the way through to September, and the flowers last such a long time. Genuinely, the one I've got, the flower that's on there has been there for a good 6 to 8 weeks.
Really?
Honestly, one flower, and I have done very little other than, as you say, feed that plant with some of that blooming fast fertiliser.
And I'm sure they had a good water last week when it was so hot.
And yesterday.
Yeah, with plants like this. So that's a buy one get two free. Remember, you're going to get your free crocus with every order today. YGTV 11. Just pop that number in your basket. Now you've also loved our Primula viali, the red hot poker.
Oh, red hot poker's lovely.
And I'm just looking at these flowers. I mean, they're magnificent, aren't
They're
they?
really pretty, aren't
Aren't
they?
they?
And these just rise up out of this lovely foliage on here. Royal Horticultural Society Award.
They're just so architecturally beautiful.
They are.
Aren't
They're
they?
really majestic.
Yes. I wish I was a bit more articulate, but they are architecturally beautiful.
These are really strong stems that they're on as well. They just sort of rise up out of there. They're not massive. They only reach about 30 centimetres in height. So these are ones for the front of the border. Nice and compact. You've got those lance-shaped leaves, which are just the perfect backdrop for these flowers to rise up out of. You will want a deadhead to encourage on this one, but it's going to give you that splash of vivid colour, and it will do it in shady areas as well, because this doesn't mind being in the shade. No. It's a lovely, lovely plant. Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, plus they've given it that stamp as perfect for pollinators as well.
I just think
Three of them, too.
I do think they're gorgeous. And again, you're going to save. They're normally $9.99 each. You're saving £20 today on those. 560042. What a lovely morning we've had. But we're going to leave you the details of the plant of the week, because this is the offer. Without pointing out the obvious, but it's an offer that is only available for this week. This is the first show featuring it. It does finish next Tuesday. So you've got a week to get it. Look at these. Buy 10, get them for $14.99, double up, and you get 20 for $19.98. Well, it's at less than £1 a plant. I'm not being funny, Bex. You could pop one of these straight away in a 9 centimetre pot and at least double your money, couldn't you?
Absolutely.
At least, you know?
They're garden ready, and that's why we take them out of the pack for you, so that you can see what we mean by garden ready. Really strong, healthy plants ready for you to plant out in your garden. Rudbeckia is going to give you so much joy. It is the most beautiful, bright, colourful flower in my border at the moment, and it's the one that I smile at the most. Oh. It is absolutely, it's a stunner of a perennial that you will definitely enjoy. Flowering right the way through to October from July time. Nice uniform flowers on there as well. I can see why we've picked it as a plant of the week. It's stunning.
Now, we've run out of time. Very quickly.
Oh, the Astrantia.
You urgently need to order the Astrantia.
Please do.
I know, value ridiculous. You can get 2 for $9.99.
Yeah, and look at the size, of them.
Yeah, 2 of these.
The size of these.
We honestly thought it was wrong as a deal. And you'll get your free crocus, remember? So for $9.99, you're going to get both of those. And you're going to get your free crocus as long as you put that code in your basket. Absolutely crazy value. All your pay delivery.
Someone's gone wrong.
I think they have. Right, tell your friends and family about the show, please.
Yes, please.
Yeah. We will see you, hopefully, back this afternoon live, 2 o'clock till 4, with loads of brand new, gorgeous plants. So we're going to do some shopping. Check out your basket. See you at 2 o'clock.